What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. You guys remember from last week, I said we're going to be talking about Ultimate Editions until we catch up with the series that we were doing, Elites, Basics, Tag Team, stuff like that. So that means today we're going to be talking about Ultimate Edition Series 2. It was 6 years ago at this point, believe it or not. So join me down the toy aisle. Alright, so the first figure of two that we're going to be talking about is Bret the Hitman Hart. This was an interesting one at the time. Everybody kind of assumed that he would be in the line, and well, second series right out the gate. And they were doing it at the time where it was one legend and one current person. So series 1 was Warrior and Ronda. Series 2, the legend was Hitman, and we'll get to the current guy at the time. But this Hitman figure was very, very desirable. I will say it was probably like the Bret Hart figure to have up until he got a recent Ultimate Edition in the last year because I used it for an Ultimate Sting. Yeah, I can't. I'm drawing a blank on the number right now. But this figure was also re-released in April of 2023. And we will talk about that in a second because it has updated parts. So this attire here is based off the 1994 WWF King of the Ring pay-per-view. I'm not going to lie, I haven't watched it. I was not born yet, believe it or not. So I can't speak too much to that, but I can talk about it as far as a figure standpoint. So just the packaging look for these is insane. Like I said, this is our second time ever getting interchangeable arms. Unless you want to count the Creator Wrestler figures that were coming out. Just posing the packaging with the glasses and the foil across the glasses is insane. Just great for presentation. And this is what he looked like out of the package. Now, this photo is a little blurry. He does have his leather jacket, of course, but it's the splatter paint Bret singlet top. Now, I myself was not familiar with the splatter paint Bret Hart at all. I always just assumed they were plain. And that was a nice surprise for me. I love the design going down the side with the skulls. It's actually a pretty solid figure. Now, the head scans aren't up to par, but you're going to hear people complain about every Mattel Bret Hart that comes out. The head scan sucks. It's just one of those things at this point, honestly. You guys know how it is. But that photo there, that looks pretty cool. That looks pretty cool. You got the stubble and everything. I don't know, man. That's pretty cool. And here it is posed with the new gen entrance, which I don't even remember when we got that. Was this hold on. Is this, no. This is not with the new gen entrance because we didn't have it yet. So this is with, this had to be a diorama piece, like a cutout or something. That's actually pretty insane. That's pretty cool foreshadowing there. But like I said, this figure was re-released in April 2023. Now, if you see from the picture here, this is before they did the butterfly joints on the Ultimate Editions. We saw a re-release with Series 1 Warrior. We're seeing a re-release with Series 2 Bret Hart here. Let's go ahead and take a look at his re-release so we can talk about a little bit of the upgrades. So this was released in the Greatest Hits Series 1. You know, they started doing Ultimates once people started wanting earlier Ultimates. It was this and Triple H that were re-released. We'll get into the Triple H down the road. But the same heads, same accessories, but it's not even going to show it. It has the upgraded torso. The torso that it comes with has butterfly joints on it, 1000%. So that's a little stupid that it's not showing the correct image. It literally looks to be the same images as the last time. But this figure did have the butterfly joints in the torso, which made a big difference for posing. That's a little weird. It sucks that I couldn't pull that up 100% for you. But let's go ahead and get into the next figure in the series. And this was kind of a shock, to be honest with you. But we have Shinsuke Nakamura wearing his gear from WrestleMania 34. Now, WrestleMania 34 would have been a year before this figure came out, so that's not too crazy because that was at 18. This is 19. You guys know the deal. It takes about a year for a figure to come out, so that's nothing too crazy. Once again, it comes with the entrance jacket, the jacket arms, 3 interchangeable heads. What is that? 6 interchangeable hands and interchangeable arms. So when you take the jacket off, he has plain arms. You really can't ask for much more than that. Now, the head scans here are pretty cool. I don't, just off the top of my head, it's been 6 years. I don't remember which ones we have seen and which ones were brand new for this figure. I think the one on the figure and the second one were brand new, and I think the one on the far right was a reused head, if I'm remembering correctly. But the only drawback to this figure was this torso. What is this build? Like, I understand, like, you could make the argument, like, Shinsuke is a weird built guy. I mean, I'm a weird built guy. Like, it's, I don't know. This is before they did the butterfly joints and a lot of things. I did not like the Ultimate Editions until they started redoing the torsos. The first couple series, I did not buy. Well, no, I correct that. I bought Ronda, I bought Shinsuke, because it was the only Ronda I wanted to get. And I was hoping the Shinsuke was good, and I was disappointed when I took the jacket off. To this day, I think I don't even know if I ever use. I think I used the arms for this Shinsuke to make a figure double jointed. If that, like, that's how little I cared for this figure. But I kind of want to revisit it with a modern Ultimate Edition torso. Give him something to look a lot better, because this sucked. This torso is really like cheeks, to be honest with you. I don't like it at all. You don't get like cool poses either for the figure. Like that looks like he has giraffe neck and weird shaped torso. And keep in mind, this was the first time this specific torso was sculpted for this figure. So for him to have the giraffe neck and look so freaking weird, this is what they sculpted specifically for him. This torso has never been used again. Never will be used again. I think it's so weird they couldn't at least get the heads that they already had to look right on it. That's my opinion, man. But Shinsuke was the current guy for Series 2, so do with that as you will. But Bret Hart being the legend in the series, Shinsuke being the current guy in the series. What do you guys think about that as far as selections? We're going to be talking about Series 3 next week. You guys know the deal. Let me know what you think about Ultimate Edition Series 2 down in the comments below. I appreciate you for joining me down the toy aisle. And last but not least, take it easy.